Welcome to the Owls Coaching Corner. Today we're here with head men's and women's cross-country coach Peter Thomas. And Peter, we'll start by talking about last season. And Paige Mills for your women's team went to the NCAA meet last year. And how did that experience help her? She was only a sophomore, so obviously it was a good experience for her.
It was a great experience for her. Unfortunately, she had hurt her hamstring in the qualifying race. But the experience of being out there in the field, I mean, she still ran. She just wasn't, she was running at, 70%.
Yeah.
But just the trip and the experience and being in that environment will be huge for her for this year.
Now, how has she been able to take that experience and kind of help the other girls on the team this season?
It's the whole experience of that training and qualifying and getting out there and using that to motivate the other girls. Just she's able to talk about it and tell them that it's good, but it's not overwhelming either. That the kids they're racing against here in the East are as good as it gets. Our region is very strong.
Yeah.
Come on, Janelle!
Janelle, spread! They play baseball and basketball. They don't have any fall sports. They don't have any other than baseball sports.
Good break.
And he says, I want you guys to go out teaching. It's not soccer.
Now, your men's team also went to the NCAA tournament last year. They finished third in the regionals, and that got them to berth in the NCAA race. How does that experience helping the whole men's team coming into this season? Obviously, you return a lot of runners.
Yeah, again, it's that trip mentality of much as you can tell them that the race isn't different, experience it makes a difference. Because they went out last year and were like, deer with their eyes in the headlight and got overwhelmed and didn't run up to par. But that sent them back with a determination of they want to get back to that stage and perform this year.
Let's go, Keen! That's it! Go, Eric!
Now, your men's team has been led by a couple of seniors, especially of recently. Eric McKnight has finished well for you guys all season, and Tim Pipp just had a good race, just came off a good race and a good finish for you guys. How big is experience when you get out on the race course each week?
That's vital. They're like the kids that are freshmen or them as freshmen. We're holding back in races and we're sure of themselves. As seniors, they know what to expect out of a course. They know what to expect out of the competition, and they're going after it this year and aren't afraid of running up front, pushing themselves, and asking a lot from their bodies.
Okay, how are you?
Good.
I didn't recognize you in your white hat. Let's go, Keen!
Move! 334.
Now, the LEC championships are coming up for you guys. The women have finished first since 2000. It was obviously quite a streak. What are the goals and expectations for the women's team coming into the LEC championship meet?
We've already raced the other LEC teams at some of the invitationals, and we've beaten them rather handedly, and so we expect an easy day of it. So we'll be working on just individual performances, but we'll win again.
That's it, Keen!
Go! 720!
Let's go, Sears!
That's it,
go,
Simmons! That's
come
it,
on,
Thomas! 728, that's it!
Now, the men last season lost the LEC championship to rival Southern Maine, but they've competed for it every year. But does that factor into this year's race? Is that motivation for them to try to come out and do better?
Yeah, they're looking to return the title back here to Keene where it belongs, and
Yeah.
they're going to do that.
Girl Marley. Nikki.
Now, November 13th is the NCAA regionals, and that's in Williamstown, Mass. And you guys going into that race will have already raced there twice. Did you guys plan that this season, and how do you think that will help when they get out there for the NCAA regional race?
Yeah, because Williams is a tough course, a challenging course. We didn't run well there a couple of years ago. So I thought this year would be good if we got out there on 2 different occasions, and as I told our kids, it's sort of going to be like our home course. Since that'll be our 3rd race on it, we'll be quite familiar with it. I mean, they did run on it as freshmen and did have little bad memories of not performing at the regional meet. So this year they're going to be quite comfortable on it, and familiarity won't be an excuse for not performing.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Owls Coaches Corner. Thanks for joining us.